In today's video, I want to talk about the marketing and sales mistakes that are ruining your brand and making your training gym look cheesy, spammy, and salesy. Here's the thing. If you are a sophisticated student of human psychology, you will understand there are some levers of influence. So one of the best books you can read on this topic is Robert Cialdini's Influence. If you have not read it yet, I highly recommend it. This book breaks down 6 mechanisms whereby which you can influence individuals. Examples of this are things like scarcity. When people can buy something whenever, they tend to buy it never. So I think it is entirely appropriate to build in scarcity in your business. But here's the distinction. And this is ridiculous for me to have to say out loud, friends, but part of when you see this done wrong and it makes your skin crawl is because it is disingenuous. It is not real. This is not to say that you cannot manufacture scarcity, because the fact of the matter is, let's talk about selling trials for your training gym. In practice, there is actually a finite number that you're going to be able to service in a given week or a given month, so it is entirely appropriate to market that you have X many left, because in practice, you really can't handle that many more. When you're selling your exclusive PDF, we only have 37 copies left of my PDF. Well, okay, well that's obviously manufactured, that's a digital product, and frankly, it's insulting and it makes your audience look like an idiot. We have a similar situation. Now, urgency, to some extent, is simpler than scarcity because you don't need to look for actual guardrails that prevent you from selling more in quantity. Urgency is about a time deadline. This can be everything from early bird pricings to value add bonuses that go away after a certain period of time. Now, here's where this goes off the rails. If you say that the deadline is X, but then you still honor it after the deadline, well, now, my friend, you are out of integrity. Now, listen, in my experience, when a sales team or a business is used to not actually honoring the constraint of urgency that they're publicly promoting, I think on some level, people feel crappy about themselves, and I think on some level, consumer picks it up, and it just doesn't work as well. So I think not only to be integrity, but for it to be effective, when you create these manufactured constraints around scarcity and urgency, you have to honor them. Now, the last thing I want to speak to is, this is really hilarious, and I hope I don't get in trouble for this one. But one thing that I find very amusing is really cheesy, disingenuous subject lines. Now, you can do disingenuous subject lines that get the email open, but don't have congruency with what is in the email, or are patently ridiculous, patently obvious. I can't believe this. I punched my staff in the face. And then you open up and then you say, ... or at least I wanted to. And the reason is because we're being so overwhelmed by sales. My entire staff has been working all night, overnight, frantically trying to keep up with all the people who can buy all the things. And because of that, I almost lost my temper. Don't let me punch my sales staff in the face. Go ahead and buy our amazing product. Going fast. I'm not saying you shouldn't consider good subject lines or curiosity. Certainly you should, but I do think there needs to be an internal barometer that asks, is this true? Or is this exaggeration to the point of pushing it too far? So all this to say, I do believe you should read Robert Cialdini's Influence. I do think that you should leverage urgency, scarcity. You should find mechanics that really incentivize and make it easy for your customers and clients to take action. You should look to create curiosity and interest in your copy and in your subject lines. But one must consider that you can do this at the expense of your brand's social capital among sophisticated individuals. All right, friends, I'm Mark Fisher, and if you're looking for more income, more impact, and more happiness from your training gym, then you're going to want to go ahead and subscribe, like, and share for more actionable tips, psychological frameworks, and philosophy.